So today I'm here with Melissa and we are going to show you how to do some full coverage foundation and just kind of a light everyday look. So you can go out and face the world and it only takes you 5-10 minutes. So Melissa, do you want to tell everyone a little bit about your acne?
In 5th grade, I got acne, and ever since then I've been dealing with it. What I want to do here is to find a way to cover it better in a way that it doesn't actually accentuate it.
So it looks natural.
Yeah.
Being a student and going to work, I know that people don't have a lot of time in the mornings. So I want to show you something quick and easy that's light, but it's still enough that you feel covered and you feel confident.
Sounds good.
So awesome, let's get started. So primers are meant to make makeup last longer, to help it apply smoother, and just give you a really nice base for all day wear. This one is specifically a primer meant for oily skin. So it's still smooth. You can actually kind of buff it in because it's a little bit sticky there when it first comes out.
Yeah, it seems like thicker.
You can kind of feel it sucking moisture out of your hand almost. That's going to be really beneficial on this T-zone where you get really oily. Just kind of work it in and apply it to where you have big pores or where you just need things to be smooth and last a long time. So next we will get into foundation, and I'm actually going to show you 2 techniques. So go ahead and take some foundation out and put it on your hand.
Okay.
For every day, you can use something like a stippling brush, and you can actually kind of pat it into your foundation, and you just kind of want to pat and almost like swirl it in. So when you swirl to buff, that kind of gives you a lighter, more mixed out look. It doesn't cover 100%, but it still covers enough to make you feel confident. So then I'm also going to show you a technique for a little bit fuller coverage. This is what you might want to do on like a special occasion. If you have a little bit more time, you can continue stippling, stipple away. I'm taking the same foundation and I'm just applying it with my fingertips. Now you could apply it with a flat foundation brush. I personally like my fingertips because they actually help warm up the product, and the warmer the cosmetics are, kind of the easier they are to apply. Alright, so now that you have foundation on, we want to make sure that it's dry before we apply a powder. It can almost become blotchy because it sticks to the foundation a little bit and it just makes it look a little bit off. So what we're actually going to do is apply a translucent powder with a puff. You can kind of rub this around the lid just so that you can get a little bit of stuff in here. And then as you can see, it doesn't always apply evenly to the puff. So you actually want to kind of fold this in half. Make sure that it's on there evenly. So I'm just going to kind of roll this on the skin. Again, this is not so much for coverage as it just is to kind of dry off everything and get this ready for powder. And like I said, a great powder that is oil controlling is definitely a must for you. Again, I'm going to kind of press into the skin instead of buffing. So this pressing action really just kind of helps to set the foundation better and just give it a more full coverage look, whereas the more we buff, the lighter and the sheerer it will be. The next thing that we're going to do is use a setting spray. This for you is going to help with oil control. But the main purpose of a setting spray is to set your makeup. Help it last all day. If it is a little bit powdery, this will kind of even it out.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
There you go. But it keeps everything on all day and it makes you look good. When we apply full coverage foundation, it kind of smooths everything over. So we want to add a little bit of blush or a little bit of contour to add more dimension to the face. So this is a great one. This is a little bit shimmery, so it still kind of catches a highlight, so you don't need to apply a highlighter and a blush. Kind of sweep it on, buff it in, tap off any excess, and smile by the apples of your cheeks. And I'm just going to kind of run this along the sides and just giving you a little bit of a glow there. Next, I'll take you into eyes, and for a very natural school look, you don't need anything too fancy. You can grab an eyeshadow palette, and these are great because they kind of have everything you need. And I'm going to start off with just like a very, very flat shader brush, and I'm going to take a very, very light color. This is going to help make us look awake. So if you want to close your eyes, I'm going to just apply this right into this inner corner, and this is going to give us a lot of light and definition, so it makes us look like we've slept 8 hours even if we haven't. So next you can take a base shade or a base shadow, a little bit more of a fluffier brush, and you can just apply this all over your lid. So then the last thing for eyes is just to apply a little bit of liner. So you just kind of want to take an angled brush, something like this that does have kind of a point to it, and you can take it in a darker color, whether it's a black or a blue. And this is great because you can apply really defined lines. And the best part is that it's a powder, so if you mess up, you can just kind of remove it or apply a little bit more eyeshadow, or again, buff everything out. And we're also going to apply a mascara. Mascara really frames the face, it frames the eyes, it makes them pop. And the very last thing we're going to do is apply a lip gloss or a chapstick that's kind of sheer, but at the same time gives us a little bit of color. Awesome. So this is the finished look. We've got lips, we've got eyes, we got blush. How do you feel?
I feel great.
Do you?
Yeah, I feel like way better about like applying my makeup now than I did before.
Because you look amazing. So
Thank you.
make sure that you also watch Melissa's full makeover on the Allure channel. You can just click the link below to check it out.